team would be familiar with, and then you tack on the idea of having Sony engineers helping on the PlayStation 5 hardware side, and well, we see the results with Final Fantasy 16. And in our last bit of news, let's talk about Armored Core 6 and Elden Ring with the expansion that was just announced the other day. This, though, more or less talking about release window or even timing for these games, and it comes from the source that had leaked Overdose and gotten Kojima pretty annoyed about that whole thing, but we can see this posted up. This is over on Xputer, who says, unless further delayed, From Software has currently planned a September to October release window for Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. That sounds right. You drop it kind of in that pre-holiday time, that pre-holiday season. You have the FromSoft logo on it. So this, again, I think is the best shot Armored Core has ever had. And, I am curious to see what exactly FromSoft has learned in the past with a lot of the development they've done on many of their Souls-like games, also kind of translating over somewhat into Armored Core, although they did mention this isn't going to be a Souls-like game, but just development, visual style, all these different things, right? They do say there are more chances for the title to drop by the end of September, and it's been further revealed that the recently announced Shadow of the Erdtree expansion, get this, will launch after Armored Core 6's release. That kind of surprised a lot of people, myself included. I sort of thought the Elden Ring expansion was being revealed, and again, it's an expansion, but I guess it would be pretty sizable. We were thinking it might come out over the summer or something, but if Armored Core 6 would be lined up before that, that would place Elden Ring, the expansion, maybe November. Could even be in the first quarter of 2024, like a 2-year window between the release of Elden Ring and the release of the expansion. So now, I'm really hopeful that this Elden Ring expansion is a big content drop. Like, we go in and it's like a whole other chunk of the world with all kinds of new enemies to fight and weapons and abilities, and just that's kind of what I'm hoping now, rather than something a bit smaller. As for Armored Core 6, again, I think that's a good time for it. Right there, September, October, and see what we can get out of Armored Core for the holiday